Hello everyone, and thanks for streaming with us in Afghan Voice Agency on May 12th. Imam Khomeini addressed a tragedy that recently afflicted the Muslim world, namely the explosion that targeted schoolgirls in Afghan capital Kabul. May God's damnation befall those who perpetrated the atrocity, the leader said, strongly condemning the incident that killed 85 people and wounded close to 150 others. In a video conference addressed to representatives of student groups hailing from various Iranian universities on Tuesday, Imam Khomeini also said the Zionist regime of Israel only understands the language of force, urging Palestinians to grow in power and resistance capacity to confront the enemy. Palestinians have to increase their power and capacity for resistance to force the criminals to surrender and stop their violent measures, the leader said. Up to 12% of American military withdrawal from Afghanistan, an operation began on May 1st, is complete, says the U.S. Central Command. Last month, President Joe Biden announced a complete U.S. troop pullout from the war-devastated country by September 11th. But America's European allies have urged the U.S. to slow down its departure. A statement from CENTCOM cited by the Washington Examiner said on Tuesday, since the president's decision, the U.S. has retrograded the equivalent of approximately 104 C-17 loads of material out of Afghanistan. China's State Councilor and Foreign Minister Wang Yi on Tuesday elaborated China's position on Afghan situation when holding talks with foreign ministers of countries including Uzbekistan and Tajikistan, who came to China to attend the second China plus Central Asia foreign ministers. Wang said that the current evolution of Afghan situation has drawn great attention from the international community. The Chinese side believes that foreign troops should withdraw from Afghanistan in an orderly and responsible manner to prevent any hasty action from adversely affecting and seriously interfering with the peace and reconciliation process in Afghanistan. Mullah Mannan Niazi, the deputy leader of the splinter group of Taliban led by Mullah Rasul, was wounded in a clash in western Herat province on Tuesday evening. Local officials have not commented on the report. The clash happened at around 10 p.m. local time in Guzar district in Herat after several attackers targeted the area where he lived, the sources said, adding that he got injuries on his head and is under treatment at Herat Regional Hospital. Mullah Niazi is in coma and 3 of his men were killed and 4 others were wounded in a clash, according to a source. Palestinian resistance groups have fired a barrage of rockets at Israeli-occupied cities in response to the regime's continued bombardment of civilian targets in Gaza Strips, as the death toll from the latest flare-up rises on both sides. The Islamic Jihad resistance movement's military wing, the Al-Quds Brigade, announced that 100 rockets had been fired at the cities of Tel Aviv, Ashkelon, Beersheba, and Sderot early in the day, Palestinian Today reported. Hamas military arm also announced that it launched 210 rockets towards the occupied territories early in the morning. A demonstration has been held in the Iranian capital to condemn Saturday's multiple explosion in Kabul that killed scores of people, most of them little girls. Demonstrators gathered outside the Afghan embassy to express solidarity with Afghanistan. Message of sympathy with the Afghan nation echoed from Tehran following the deadly terrorist raid on Saturday that killed dozens of schoolgirls in Kabul. Scores of people lost their lives in explosions caused by a car bomb and mortar shells targeting a school in the Shia-majority neighborhood of Dashtabarchi in western Kabul. An eyewitness reported that the victims of attack were mostly female students headed on their way back home after finishing school. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.